see. Now, this week we have 2 substitutes. The substitutes will come up a little bit later, and a couple of wild cards. Looks like we're hopping straight into the game. I love this action just right off the bat. So, Andy versus Haru. We're playing Marco versus Vegapunk, which I love to see. These are both not very often played decks anymore, and so this is going to be interesting. This is not a matchup we see every single day.
But the thing is, Marco just topped in recent regionals with the animal package. And Andy is an animal enjoyer,
He
so
does enjoy animals, and I do
yeah.
know this week he is running the ducks.
Yeah.
So he is playing a bit of the animal package this week. Just a couple of little precautions, guys. Tuesday night Brawlhalla Games is hosted by Brawlhalla Games. We do these every single Tuesday night. We love that we can get our community together and play these games. If you haven't already, please make sure to check out the Brawlhalla Games Sunday night or Sunday morning. Sorry, free Sunday morning games. They're just a free game that you can come and enjoy and play on webcam events. So those are free every single Sunday. Free Discord. Come and join our Discord.
Yep.
Now, it looks like Andy is starting off with the leader effect with 1 Dawn. Makes a whole lot of sense. Just gets that 1 extra card, little peeky peek, and has to decide here what he's going to put on bottom. Decides to put the Otama on bottom. Kind of interesting because I know that Andy is only running 8 2Ks his entire deck, and that one is not one that we're probably going to see for another long time. So, really, he's playing this deck now with 7 2Ks.
Yep. And
he does have
going to 3
animal.
Dawns. It's always the chopper.
Yeah, it's the chopper for sure.
Yep.
Now, he does not know what's on the top of his deck, so his chances of hitting here... Oh, he got lucky. Does find the Tony chopper blocker. That card is always so good. Being able to just put 1 Dawn on it and -3 to anything. Or 2 Dawn, sorry. Yeah. 2 Dawn, -3 to anything. That's right.
Yep.
And that card is fantastic in that way. I think it'll be interesting into Vegapunk with only 2 life. He does get to reload that life so often, but
the thing is, how can he keep up with Andy's removal?
True. That is true. And Andy does play quite a bit of removal, it looks like, in this list.
Yeah, it's like the 7 new gates and Rayleighs, which can remove things like very crazy, like especially with Newgate giving 1 Dawn to your leader, -2K, so it can actually pop a 7K character.
Absolutely. I mean, the aggression that comes out of this deck a little bit later on, if Andy's able to hold on to a lot of life in these early game plays, I feel like he'll have so much momentum to carry out through the late game, and that's what we really want to see in this Marco deck. He does get a look at a lot of cards, does have a kind of an interesting hand, a lot of top end, which in this deck, Andy's not playing a whole lot of top end, but in his hand, we have a lot of that top end here. Probably looking at that Ivankov, thinking, how many cards can I draw? And does get the Monet right off the top. Monet, a new card for OP10, pretty good. Being able to essentially just minus, I believe it's 3.
Yeah, it's -1K and give 2 Dawns to your leader or character.
That's what it is, right? So, I mean, just on a repeat cycle as well. I mean, it's just the activate main, right? So you get to do it over and over and over again, and it creates essentially just that free blocker for you where you have to swing into it, even though you don't really want to kill it.
And it's also giving you the reach. Like Seaquake pops a 3, so leader ability will not be enough for a 6K body, so you need the Monet to minus it down to a 3.
More.
Yep, and then you Seaquake it, so it would be very good if he has a Seaquake here.
Yeah, I don't see it in his hand currently, but I do see quite a few of those new gates that we were talking about earlier. It looks like a Rayleigh as well. I'd love to see, what are we looking at here in this Vegapunk hand? The Vegapunk does have just about everything he needs to clear up the board here. Was able to just take out the Monet right away. Which I think that's a good play. Don't letting it just sit on the field forever and not, and that's one less thing you have to swing at later on. Ooh, man, big play here
Newgate
with the Newgate. Ooh, there's that Shava that can come with us. Let's go. Yo, what's up, Tech Play, TCG? Always good to see you here on Tuesday. Vegapunk. I know this is a big one for Keck. Keck does love him some Vegapunk.
Yep. A known Vegapunk player.
A known, unfortunate Vegapunk player. All right, trying to decide here what to do with this card. Trying to put 1 on bottom here. And he did pull a Shut Up and Come With Us, I believe, off the top. I'm not sure how much that is going to help this late in the game, but trying to decide here, looking at the Rayleigh. I think he just put that back.
On the top, yeah.
Yeah,
Hmm.
and you're not gonna flip anything here, so it doesn't really matter. Was able to just pop the. I believe that was a. Oh,
It's a Atlas.
Atlas. That's
Hmm.
right. That's right.
So he minus it with the leader and then just pop it
Pops
with the
it.
new gate.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Pretty good. Being able to keep the board clean with Vegapunk is always necessary. He's still having 2 life, so he hasn't triggered anything. Shows off a card just for funsies,
Hmm.
saying, "Hey, look, another Ivankov."
And then Andy is in a pretty good spot here because he keeps consistently clearing bodies, while Vegapunk's leader is you cannot attack with it. So
Exactly.
he only has like one body every turn, so it's only like one swing per turn, and Andy's in a very good spot, especially with that many cards in hand. Oh Lord.
Absolutely. Yeah, it
Yeah.
looks like we have 6 cards in hand already over
Mhm.
there on Andy's side, and it looks like we're gonna just keep drawing through our deck. Vegapunk trying to kind of figure out what to do here. Maybe swing first, maybe not swing. Trying to see if he needs to commit Dawn. Having 5 cards in hand, or is that 6? I believe that's it. Oh, it's
Ooh.
7 cards in hand.
Mhm.
After the draw for turn, he's just trying to see here how much Dawn he actually has to commit. Wow, committing most of
Wow.
the Dawn here. Looks like that is going to be a
12 and
12K
yeah.
swing. Yeah,
Mhm.
quite a big swing into this 8K.
Wow.
Does just let it go. I think
Yeah.
that's fair, especially just with the insider information that we know of only running 8 2Ks. Probably necessary to get rid of those things. Does play the Nami, just pops the Ivankov. I like that play. And there's that shut up and come with us back in the hand.
Now that we know that he has a Rayleigh in hand, it will be okay. Dude,
Absolutely. The Rayleigh here
Rayleigh, the
could
card is
definitely
so
clean up this
broken.
board.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
card is so broken, bro.
Yeah. Definitely probably popping the Nami here and then just swinging into the S Snake just
Mhm.
to clear up the board again. Really is going to put in a lot of work here. I believe Andy is on 9 Dawn here, so does have enough for the leader effect and for the Rayleigh.
Yep. It's also kind of a dilemma. Like sometimes you want to keep the Dawn up so you can play the Shut Up and Come With Us event, but I think he just wants to get the sure kill here.
No,
Oh.
this is not locals or testing. This is actually a Tuesday night league that we put on every single week, and each player plays every single week. There's 8 main characters here, and right now we're looking at our top 2, Andy and Haru. They're playing this week. Now, the interesting thing about Brawlic, which I always have loved, is they force you to get off of the deck that you played
Yep.
the prior week, right? So
Hmm.
only getting half the points that you would get on those decks that you've already played. So kind of just forcing everyone to try multiple things in the meta. Does decide just to go with the Marco and the Monet.
Yeah.
Does he just reloading the board, which understandable. Just wants more bodies on the field.
Haru countering out of the S thing is kind of wasting a lot of cards though, but I think he
Absolutely,
needs the card on board, so
he does.
yeah.
He does, and he can't just additionally allow those cards to just continue to get cleared out.
Yeah.
He needs something to be able to swing with, and with Vegapunk's just not being able to swing in general,
Hmm.
you are missing out on that one swing every single time. That leader ability though is really good.
Yeah. Paying 1 Don to play a card or put it into life, it's very, very good.
Absolutely.
So Haru decided to swing attach 4 Don to swing here at the Monet. Another Nami.
Another Nami
Yeah.
with the trigger being able to
Mm,
pop the Ivankov here.
yeah. Just
Can't get the Marco,
yep.
but that makes
Refusing to
sense.
let Andy draw a card.
Absolutely. Yeah,
Yeah.
honestly, that's
Yeah.
probably Haru's best game plan here.
Hmm.
Marco really does love to just pop off by drawing more cards than you.
Yeah.
So just keeping him under control, keeping him in check. Up to 10 Dawn.
What are we thinking here?
Looks like we are going to use this leader effect. That makes a whole lot of sense.
Hmm.
Gets to draw 1 and decides what is that he's putting on top. I missed it.
It's the blocker chopper.
Makes
Yep.
sense. Makes sense. Does have those shut up and come with us in a hand, so he can just use those to reload the field.
Yeah, and just to guarantee the search of
Mm-hmm.
the event,
Mm-hmm.
um,
Trying to
this
figure out what to do with the remaining 9 Dawn here. There's
yeah,
quite a few.
he needs the body at this point.
All right. Trying to figure out how to commit the rest of this Dawn.
Four
Doesn't have
cards.
any rush, so with 6 Dawn up, he is able to leader ability. Maybe leave one up.
Oh,
Oh,
I think that is the search. So
Yes,
yeah.
I believe so.
What is he gonna do here with? Oh, I think it's the
Using the
leader
leader
ability.
ability,
Yep.
plays out the
Another Nam.
Nami.
It's
Targets Marco.
yeah. That's
Yep.
3 Namis straight.
3 Nami
Yeah.
straight. Does just get rid of the event, gets the Marco
Oh.
back,
Yeah.
rested.
Wow.
Makes a whole lot of sense. Being able to just get that Marco back from the effect
Yeah.
that would have killed it.
Wow. Crazy card. Pops a
Yeah,
3 and then you cannot KO it.
yeah.
It's just wonderful card to have on board. Like they cannot deal with it, especially with Vegapunk. Like the minusing is only like Luffy, and even Luffy doesn't reach Marco because Luffy pops a 4. So Nami is the only answer here, and Andy basically get off with it with the event. So
Just passes it over.
yeah, I feel like he has not much to do there because he just played all the buddies that turn.
Yep. Only
Yeah. So
one card in hand, I
mhm.
believe, on this Vegapunk side.
Wow.
What is that last card he is gripping so tightly? It looks like the event.
It's the event that searches for 2 triggers.
So it does
Right.
use the Otama. Decides just -4 here. And using the Jozu to bounce it back to the hand. Getting rid of that blocker. Probably going into life. Here's that 6 swing. Looks like Haru is deciding if he can actually take this with 2 other swings on field.
Hmm.
Now, let's see. Can we see the trigger? Not quite. Trying to decide if the trigger is worth it.
Especially with 2 cards on hand, it's just like
Yeah,
basic
are you
math.
really? I mean,
Yeah.
most of these triggers, you do have to discard a card
hmm
in order to actually get the trigger off. Trying to see if this is going to be any use to him. Trying to make the math work.
Oh, I think it's a Pythagoras. Yeah.
There is, okay. All right. Interesting. So, oh, just decides to take it back to hand. And I'm not 100% sure. I'm not super familiar with Vegapunk every time.
So the trigger is play this card. So he's
Probably
deciding
decide if he needs
yeah.
that extra body on the field or if
hmm
it's just gonna be for counter here.
Oh.
Does get the Frankie trigger,
hmm
decides to gets a card off of it.
He's in a tough spot right now. Think
Absolutely.
there's no way he can go for a game with 3 bodies on board and 3 life on Andy's side. So
Yeah, he did
yeah.
counter out of the swing from Marco, it looks like, leaving him with only 1 card in hand. So he is just left with what he has here. Now he's trying to sort out. I mean, there's no real way to take all the life here. Gets the event off to try
hmm
to find some other events. What is in there? Nothing too crazy that I can tell.
Only oof.
Gets the 2
Yeah.
triggers.
hmm
Makes sense. Okay, so Edison and an S Snake. Now
Interesting.
he could put the S Snake back in his life, so that trigger could pop and maybe free something.
Hmm.
But man, he is staring a monster of a board down here.
Yeah. Dang.
And he does have that 2 Dawn up,
I
kind
wonder
of
how
just
he's
fronting the shut up and come with us just to see if he'll swing into him, which I am assuming this Vegapunk is going to be doing this turn. Trying to do some mental math.
how does he plan to get away with this?
Yeah, I mean, you
Yeah.
definitely have to heal here.
Mm.
You're in a tough spot where you don't have, you don't have too many cards in your hand. You have a lot of threats on the board. Trying to figure out maybe if he has to commit some Dawn here to get rid of these bodies.
Yeah, I think like he needs the Shaka here, but I don't see a Shaka in his hand because healing a Shaka is very good because it's basically a life. It's basically 2 lives because you can trigger it and make it a blocker.
Mm.
Yeah, does not have the Shaka in hand, so
Yeah,
yeah,
that is unfortunate. He had to
yeah.
discard it last turn
Marco swing.
for the Marcos swing,
hmm
which kind of stinks.
Wow.
Andy is definitely feeling comfortable here.
Yeah, he just chilling there, waiting for his turn to go for game.
Yeah, just looking at through his trash,
Yeah.
saying, "Oh, how many cards have I actually gone through? Oh, I've seen a few things."
Yeah.
Not a big deal.
Yeah. Uh,
It's performing well. Someone just came in here and showed us his balls.
I don't think you're supposed to say that, but okay.
Oh, sorry.
Look at
PG's
Andy.
13 stream tonight.
Andy's just chilling there.
Yeah, he really is.
He's like,
Trying to
I'm
figure
win.
out
I'm.
how this is
Yeah, I already won
done.
this game, so.
It is
Yeah.
looking pretty over here. He definitely has enough counter in hand here to counter out of these swings as well. He has the Otama, which is a little 2K for him. Decides to just take this life. No point in not.
Yeah. Because he's
Another
not dying this
one.
turn, so.
Yeah, just uses a
Cool.
shut up and come with us here to advance his board state even a little more if he can. Does
Wow.
find a blocker chopper. Oh no. That is not what you want to see as this Vegapunk.
Countering the 5 swing with the Ivankov here. Hmm. Yeah, so there's only 1 swing left. Hmm.
Now, I find it kind of interesting. Haru did not commit any of this Dawn, so he is planning on playing another body. Gives him a 2. There's that S-Snake. Yep. Decides to just freeze that. This is Jozu. Oh, sorry. Looks like he decided to freeze the relay. Pointed at the Jozu, froze the relay. Looks like he might have another S-Snake and an Edison in hand.
Yeah. Hmm. This is tough.
I think he just has to play the other S-Snake here. Just see if he can...
No, it's definitely heal
yeah,
the S
heal.
snake. Yeah.
Sorry, heal with the S-Snake. Yep.
Just to
Makes,
get the effect off and stop
absolutely.
another swing at him.
Makes sense.
Yeah, so S snake and shotgun is both very good.
You know, Andy may just... Yeah, okay. He did point at the Jozu, so puts it on the Jozu.
Because the restriction is 6 cost or less.
Exactly. Yeah,
So,
I'm
yeah.
not sure. I think Andy just may have put the freeze counter on the wrong thing here. 7 swing.
Let's see here. What can he do to get out of this?
Trying to read the S-Snake card.
Oh.
Gets on his last 2 cards.
Yeah.
Man, this is difficult.
Wow.
Committing the 1 Dawn, 5 at lead.
Yeah. Yep.
And
Andy,
just, yeah, he
got
throws
it
it
here.
in there. That makes a
Yep.
whole lot of sense. There is
Mhm.
a lot of swings still staring you down and a lot of Dawn to still go around.
Mhm.
So, game wraps up pretty quickly there. You know, Vegapunk seeing some of their key targets, but really not seeing everything that they really needed to for that game to be successful for them. So, here we are. I mean,
Yeah.
I think that puts Andy and Haru as equals on the point scale
Yep.
this week. So that's great to see. I love the competitive nature of these just one and dones, right?